Alright, here we go. This is a ranked 2v2 on Chasm between the Carbon team in the upper left-hand corner, happydeath in the classic Paladin, and his teammate Lethalpoison in the green Sea Bomber, and their opponents, the green team in the bottom right-hand corner, Phong in the Tomcat Striker, and YellowSavior in the green Sea Bomber as well. So you can notice a commonality between these teams. Bomber, definitely, because the Bomber is heavily considered by most players right now, and probably is in actuality pretty OP. And yeah, the both teams are oh, we do have a lunchbox out on the field, pre-built. Oh, and one bot spawner out for the Carbon team. Very interesting. Oh, two bot spawners. That's a little strange. I guess on Chasm, since there are so many sockets, you do frequently see teams go for you know, not full moneymaker reels, because you frequently hit your credit cap really fast, and then you hit your unit cap, and you can't make any more units. So a lot of teams actually do pre-build generators for this map. However, we do have Lethalpoison doing a little bit of initial harass. I don't think he's going to be able to get any moneymakers taken out right now. We do have happydeath coming over with, I would assume, oh, no infantry, just his own self trying to get moneymakers killed himself. Probably will get that one, as no mechs are responding to him specifically. The green team does chase away Lethalpoison, and was he able to kill anything? No, with two mechs in the area saving stuff, and there was a seeker on the ground, did force him out of there. But happydeath getting away barely. Oh no, Phong does get in, chased down, and finishes him off there, and YellowSavior and Phong will just have a pretty damn good time killing units. Just one, like the two Dillos were set over here. Lethalpoison was able to retreat one, but now YellowSavior trying to get away here, will not, oh, does land, and Lethalpoison not going to be able to get that finish. So we will start more of a standard match here. However, happydeath grabbing some creeps for a little bit of distraction for his harass, but we do have Phong responding to it pretty much right now immediately. Well, Lethalpoison does get that mid-fight started. happydeath will definitely have to, he'll probably die here, actually, with two mechs stalking him, and okay, the Phong does drop there. Phong probably should have been the one to drop for the high-low, especially because YellowSavior was a bomber, or is a bomber, and Lethalpoison gonna be finished off in the air here as well. No! Oh, YellowSavior not able to find him. Oh, will he be able to actually finish him off? Yes, he does finish him off before he gets back to that top outpost. And now Phong, YellowSavior will themselves start on their mid-fight with two Longhorn, two Seekers coming up here. Nothing actually attacking here for the Carbon team, so it's pretty much a dead even race here at the mid-fight. We do have Phong now bring a Longhorn here. Is he going to go for, oh, not, I guess he was initially going to plan to do some harass, but because of that, because he did not actually encounter any socket units down there, he actually went for those jumpers and didn't really get too far. Now doing a little bit of harass on his own, does see those bunkers, or no, those boxers coming out, is forced to drop that Longhorn, and will force both of these mechs to start attacking. Oh, but does get the level up. YellowSavior does swoop in trying to save him, but not necessary. So now YellowSavior will do some harass of his own. Oh no, will not try to get that outpost neutralized. But these boxers have reached this middle outpost. I think that was briefly caught by green, and this boxer does get transferred to the other side. happydeath trying to kill what he can on this side. Might actually be able to get that Longhorn. No, does not. Has to retreat away. Barely has any life left. YellowSavior might actually, oh, and these are just boxers, so pretty much do close to 0 damage. Phong with a couple jumpers in here actually has been able to kill, oh, and that Longhorn I think was left over there on the other part of the map, actually killed quite a lot of socket units over here, and in the meantime we do have a lot of boxers and seekers, interestingly enough, over there for the Carbon team. Phong now does have to retreat away from that harass attempt, but does not get chased down and finished off by Lethalpoison on the way out. And now there is a pretty dead even mid-fight right now. A pretty trench warfare on both sides. Anytime one team takes the outpost, it will pretty much go down to neutral pretty much immediately. And as you can see, the green team wasn't even able to take that outpost briefly because the creeps definitely did not have as much life as these jumpers for the Carbon team. But once again, jumpers walk in, and you know, jumpers go down. So this will go down to, oh, YellowSavior now dropping some bombs. I would expect him to also have the bomb ability. No, he actually doesn't have any points spent in abilities yet, or any credits dedicated to abilities right now, but doing a little bit of harass. Not that much defending here for the Carbon team, but there is two Seekers on each side of this outpost, or of this fort. Oh, there's a third one over there, so yeah, YellowSavior did have to just run away. And Phong actually handling happydeath here pretty well, not getting chased away or killed, keeping his distance, like kind of outfighting him here. Weirdly using a boxing term, but does get finished off on the way back. Phong does call bottom. I'm not really sure. Oh, set to T. Let's see, what does he have? I'm not really sure if that will do. Oh, he's actually set some. Oh, set these to T because they did push the bridge. They broke through, and YellowSavior does switch them to T. And there is not really that much protecting that bottom outpost. Still quite a trench warfare there at the mid. happydeath now does see it, but those Longhorn have not really been able to do too much. Let's see if YellowSavior is going to bring anything. No, he doesn't have any units. It has been able to be. It has been neutralized by the green units and Phong being over there. Let's see if Phong brings. Okay, he does bring 2 creeps and 2 jumpers, but there are bear traps down, so it definitely won't go to him right now. Will probably stay under the Carbon team's control, as bear traps on bunkers for some reason right now have been very, very popular. I don't really see the appeal personally. It only stops a single infantry. I mean, I guess it'll stop a direct cheese or a direct outpost grab by 1 full cargo's worth of infantry, yes. But honestly, I'd rather have infantry in there protecting my outpost, keeping it from getting neutralized, or even maybe like a light tank like a Dillo. It depends. It really, really depends. I mean, sometimes it's good. I mean, obviously, in certain cases, like when you are at the mid-center close on Crater, where there are no bunkers, you can just put bear traps there instead, and it will pretty much serve the same function as if there were bunkers. And right now we do have the green team with a couple jumpers going into this outpost, but I don't think this will stay under their control for very long. happydeath is firing and does have a full bar of health. And well, infantry spam going down by both of the green players, keeping it under their control for a lot longer than I thought they were going to. But now we do have both of the Carbon players over there, so they will be able to keep this outpost away from the green team's control. Let's see what Phong is bringing back. Still trying to take it under his control. Still has those infantry coming out, but I don't think it's going to be very productive. YellowSavior did get taken out by this Carbon team. But I mean, the Seeker did get the final kill or the final hit, but the Carbon team, you know, doing all the damage and pretty much doing all the micro. Now Phong with some jumpers. I mean, that bombing that YellowSavior was doing earlier probably would have eventually softened these units up to the point where the green team would have been able to win this mid-fight. However, no artillery set up by either team. We do have a Sonya down here, I guess, just in case by the Carbon team, which is pretty much, you know, general practice. And now YellowSavior does drop a level 1 tech pod. What is he queuing up instead? He does have, has goalies. So he needs to make a level 2 tech pod first before he can actually even utilize that level 1 tech pod. happydeath taking a quick scout, and Lethal Poison. Oh no, actually that was a level 2 tech pod. These things look too damn similar. They really need to look differently. And Lethal Poison actually able to finish off that level 2 tech pod. I'm not exactly sure how much the level 2 tech pod costs nowadays, but it's definitely going to be a pain for this green team. YellowSavior putting it in a spot that I guess he decided was probably not going to be detected, but it did get detected for sure. However, Grinders coming out by Phong doesn't need level 2 for that. Grinders only require level 1. I think the only level 2 tech units are Bertha and Goalie at this point. But now we do have the Carbon team trying to push the top bridge. Let's see how fast they can actually take that out. There is not that much at all protecting that top outpost for the green team, so if they actually successfully clear that bridge and have enough units and prevent the green team from scouting it, as they do have a bomber on their team, that green team, they might actually be able to take that top outpost. But we do have Phong here with two Longhorn, 1 Seeker, and 2 Grinders, moving them up, and now Lethal Poison does detect it. Those Grinders will take forever to kill manually. You need like a large clump of units, and YellowSavior has detected this. He is starting to take out these Longhorn. I doubt Phong's attack will actually succeed, as both of the Carbon mechs have come back to respond, and they definitely will be able to fend this off. Might not be able to prevent it from being neutralized, but they will definitely prevent the green team from getting a firm control, getting a firm surround on this area. However, both of these Grinders are still alive, and in the meantime, we do have YellowSavior. Oh, he was able to kill that level 1 tech pod and might be able to finish off this Longhorn in the process, as Phong does come here to help. YellowSavior able to get that Longhorn, yes, and Phong now attacking this Longhorn from the back. Not going to be able to do it, but does have distraction jumpers, but does get finished off in the air by Lethal Poison. I think he does have these snowball tracers. I still think those are incredibly hilarious, because you are shooting snowballs and they are killing metal, you know, machines there. So quite impossible, quite absurd. Kind of the same thing as the, you know, holiday Christmas ornament decoration. And we do have a Longhorn drop here by the Carbon team, going to get cleaned up by the green team pretty quickly. And we do have the same trench warfare fight here at the mid. I am a little surprised to see no, are there any artillery up? Okay, there is no artillery for either team. So that's kind of what's going to happen. One option is to have a full queue of units and take the outpost and immediately drop 5 units to keep the outpost under your control as long as possible and start to ferry stuff over. But it is very, very dangerous. In some cases, more dangerous for the attacker than the defender. Actually, in many cases. However, YellowSavior already with a goalie here at the corner. Bomber's carry speed, I have mentioned that the Bomber's carry speed is pretty much what the Striker's carry speed was from before. The Striker had a really, really high carry speed before, and they would be able to ferry Longhorn and you know, double ferry not carry Longhorn, ferry goalies really quickly and double carry Longhorn and do it very, very fast, even at not like max level. That did get nerfed a little while ago. That is pretty much how FedComp won the first tournament, the first, or not the first tournament, but the beta tournament, the 2v2. And yeah, without, I'm pretty sure that was a double Longhorn at the enemy fort. And you know, since then, the Striker did get nerfed, but the Bomber's carry speed, I don't know if they have the same kind of carry capacity that the Striker did before, but in terms of the just direct carry speed, the Bomber has very, very fast carry, and look how fast YellowSavior is moving this goalie around. He's only a level 8. So it's not really that reasonable, I would say. Oh, did he drop it with that? Okay, did get that moneymaker killed with the goalie, but doing it again, I think he has to land. Oh no, he probably will get finished off here in the air. Yes, he does, but in the meantime, we do have Phong taking this bottom outpost, distracting not just the Carbon team, but myself as well. And he has been able to take this bottom outpost under his control, but not with enough infantry spam or enough units surrounding the Carbon team. Has been able to neutralize it very quickly, and will probably get it back under the control. Phong coming again with more jumpers. What is YellowSavior doing? He is coming with creeps as well, so they might be able. No, well, Phong will be able to neutralize this outpost. See, let's see if YellowSavier's creeps will walk in. 1, 2. No, they get knocked right back down. And happydeath and Lethalpoison, you know, being in the area, mechs, you know, mech presence in defensive areas, in the defensive capacity. Oh, you have happydeath getting killed by that high-low there, not able to lift off and get healed by his fort. But yes, mechs in the defensive capacity, you know, just their presence themselves is sometimes enough to fend off, you know, gigantic, you know, differences in numbers. And unit numbers, especially if we do have a push. Many people are under the impression, and it's pretty much true for the most part, that you need to have like a 3 or 4 to 1 unit count to actually push a well-defended outpost. And we already do have 2 goalies and a seeker down here for the green team. Okay, they have been able to finally grab that bottom outpost under their control. Phong taking a quick scout of the top. Does see that this isn't super defended either. You know, don't let the dots on the minimap fool you. Those are mostly bear traps and infantry. And the Carbon team, I mean, the unit count is pretty much the same. But as you can see, the most of these units are concentrated here at the mid. We do have a unit push here by the Carbon team, but it's not very much, and it's very, very spread out. So the green team will be able to, you know, finish this off very, very quickly. Mostly seekers now just left, and YellowSavior will be able to finish that off. The green team might be able, or the Carbon team might be able to get neutralized on this outpost, maybe, but I don't know if they actually set their things to T, which will prioritize the outpost instead of just, you know, closest unit. If they are in hold position, they will not just directly attack the outpost. They have been able to get it neutralized, but it's still really well surrounded by green units. It's just a matter of, okay, and Phong able to take this outpost back under the control. As this bridge is clear, we will see, you know, creeps wandering right through every once in a while. Let's see if the Carbon team can take this mid outpost. To be honest, they have a dramatic outnumbering of units here, I would say, because if you take, let me see, let's take a look. It's a little bit of seekers, a lot of seekers here on that side, a lot of healing units, lots of seekers over here, and lots of healing units. So yeah, I mean, I would like to see the Carbon team do a little bit of ferrying, maybe take that outpost very, very briefly and start moving units over, and then start, you know, putting them down there as meat shields to tank the damage instead of the outpost taking damage. So now we do have Lethalpoison blocking this Longhorn, body blocking, but you know, it's just bad news for that Carbon team. The green team has that bottom outpost under their control and can just continue to do drops. Where is that lunchbox? That lunchbox has pretty much been killed. They really need to replace that lunchbox and put it down on that socket, on one of the fort sockets, because this is not looking very good. They can be pretty much finished off just by drops, and Lethalpoison trying to body block this goalie here. We did have Phong. I think Phong was harassing that top outpost. Yeah, as many more of their units have been finished off. YellowSavior already with Whirlwind, level 10 bomber. I think it's just level 7 for any level 1 ultimate ability. Oh, we have happydeath pushing all these units, but they're mostly AA and healing units, not too much of anything else. I mean, there's some boxers and stuff like that, but those barely do any damage. Phong now just with a goalie at the corner. Let's see if these units can actually... I mean, I would have... Okay, I think he set these on attack. That's why they're going to go over the bridge instead of just staying there at the mid. But I don't know how effective this would be, especially because their unit composition is mostly AA. However, there is nothing but AA defending over there. Has the green team detected? Now they have. YellowSavior does see it. And so this will go for their fort. And YellowSavior does say top incoming. I don't know if this will actually do it. They do have a lunchbox that they have to get through, so once they finish off the attacking units, YellowSavior here with Whirlwind at his fort will have a lot of, plenty of energy to be able to spam that out. And once again, it's going to be mostly healing units in AA. There's a couple of tanks mixed in, but I don't know if that's really going to be enough. We do have a substantial defense there at that front door for the green team. And, but, with both mechs here to defend, YellowSavior just spamming Whirlwind like crazy will probably be able to do the job. Actually, the green team has gone down to about half health, so this is actually pretty damaging. But once again, I don't think this is actually going to be the finish. Oh, happydeath actually doing pretty good micro, moving his units in a lot closer. What is Phong doing? Phong is doing a death push as well. There is pretty much nothing defending this front door. Oh, man, is this going to be a base race? Yeah, Lethalpoison with plenty of units here. Oh, but all the tanks and stuff have pretty much been finished off. Phong with a couple Longhorn here at the front door, and a lot of level 4 creeps now coming out for the Carbon team, so that will do a pretty good job softening up those incoming tanks. And YellowSavior still here to defend. Oh man, it's really, really close for the green team. Do they have a lunchbox here? Yes, they do have it. So now the Carbon team was pretty much forced to drop at this point. And it's pretty much the green team's gonna be doing that as well. YellowSavior does yell drop. The Carbon team has not replaced their lunchbox. Where is that lunchbox? Oh no, and the green team now will be able to finish off this Carbon fort. YellowSavior whirlwinding that corner, and this will be it. The green team getting this win. The Carbon team, happydeath and Lethalpoison, going down in defeat. Phong and YellowSavior, the green team, taking this ranked 2v2 win on Chasm over happydeath and Lethalpoison. They just constantly attack that bottom corner outpost, bottom left corner, and eventually were able to finally do it with enough distractions, at the fort, as there were a lot of goalie drops and all that stuff. So that pretty much was able to secure them the bottom, and do drops, do small pushes to get enough damage and chip away to force that Carbon team to move all their units out at mid. However, it was telegraphed so far. YellowSavior saw it pretty much right after across the bridge. He called it out to Phong, bombing, whirlwinding, even with all that micro, not enough to get the complete finish. Maybe a couple more drops would have been able to do it, and I really do think if the Carbon team replaced their lunchbox, they would still, right now as I'm talking, be in the game, and would still be battling it out for their lives. Obviously, this is a replay and did happen way before this, but yes, guys, if you have any cool games to send in to me, you know what to do. Click my video description. Please click my video description. No one does it. No one actually... no one actually does that. If I could ask for one favor of anybody, of all you guys, is please check out those links if you haven't already. If you have, thank you so much. But if you haven't, I have descriptions on how to send me replays and etc. etc. So guys, yeah, if you have any games to send in to me, send it into rui0x@gmail.com or RUI on Steam. So that was a pretty cool game, I would say, and I really do like the time that it took. This is about how long the AirMech game should last, in my opinion, with plenty of action in between, which is what this game had. So guys, this is RUI, and that is game. See you next time.